Hello and welcome to Veggie Voyages. I am your host, Chef Jared. Veggie Voyages is a celebration of vegan food from around the world, where I will be offering some of my interpretations on delicious international plant-based dishes inspired by my travels and inspired by so many of the great chefs that I had the pleasure of learning from and working with. And today our voyage is taking us to one of the most exciting food countries in the world, Thailand, where we are going to be making some spicy Thai peanut noodles and a classic Thai street food dish, green papaya salad. This is gonna be one of my absolute favorite dishes to make. Can't wait to get started. Okay, so to start our Thai meal today, we're going to begin with making the sauce for our spicy peanut noodles. So this is gonna be a spicy coconut and peanut sauce. This sauce is one of my absolute favorite sauces in the entire world. I'm gonna start off with some peanut oil. We're gonna be cooking all of this stuff with peanut oil today because I love that really subtle, kind of nutty, roasted peanut flavor that it's gonna add. And to start off the sauce, you get the peanut oil hot. You can already smell it starting to perfume the kitchen here. We're gonna start with a little bit of garlic going right in there. That is about 6 cloves of garlic, minced up. And then we have some chopped cilantro stems. So you'll see in this dish and the other dish we're making today, we have a lot of picked cilantro leaves that we're gonna throw into things whole. And whenever I do that, I always like to save the stems. The stems of cilantro actually have more flavor than the leaves. So they're really nice to chop up like this and add into sauces, add into dressings. The same thing is true with parsley. Stems have more flavor than parsley leaves. So if you're ever picking cilantro, if you're ever picking parsley, if you're chopping cilantro or parsley, you don't want to just get rid of those stems, because you're missing out on a lot of flavor, and it's a great way to kind of cut down on a little bit of food waste. So to start, we're just gonna get those sauteing a little bit, and as those are sauteing in this peanut oil, we're gonna start to chop up a couple more ingredients that are gonna go into this sauce. Right here, we have some Thai chili peppers. You can find these at your local Asian market. They have a nice little bit of heat to them. So a little bit goes a long way. I'm doing 3 for this sauce. So that'll be a good heat level. You may want to do 1, you may want to do 7. Really depends on how spicy you like it. But traditionally, Thai food is very spicy. So if you're not gonna use any spice at all when you're making Thai food, you're really doing yourself and you're doing the cuisine a disservice by making Thai food or eating Thai food with no spice. So those are gonna go in there. Next we have some Cafir lime leaves. These are really nice and fragrant. They're very fruity, kind of smells like fruity breakfast cereal. These come from a lime tree that is indigenous to Southeast Asia. It's a very key ingredient in Thai green curry. These Cafir lime leaves. It's just gonna add a wonderful fruity flavor. They taste like the limes you're used to, but then also just better, more complex, more interesting. So I'm gonna mince up these lime leaves, and they're gonna go into the sauce here with the ginger, with the cilantro stems, our garlic. Give that another stir. This is smelling so fragrant in here. Now, when I was in culinary school, I was fortunate enough to get to study abroad in Thailand. And I got to learn from a lot of great Thai chefs, some of the secrets of their cuisine. And it's just such a exciting, vibrant cuisine. It's bright, it's spicy, it's bold. It hits you right in the face with all this flavor. I absolutely love it. Next, we're doing some ginger. And if you don't know this trick, this is the best way to peel ginger. You take a spoon, not a vegetable peeler, and you run the spoon along the ginger, holding it with your index finger, going up to your thumb. And this is the best way to get that peel off the ginger. It allows you to kind of navigate around the nooks and crannies of that ginger a little bit. And the problem with using a vegetable peeler to peel your ginger is you just take way too much skin off. You can see we got a good amount of the skin off, but we've taken almost none of the actual flesh of the ginger off using that spoon. And if you use a vegetable peeler, you lose a good amount of that ginger flesh. So if you've been peeling ginger with a vegetable peeler, now's the time to stop and switch to the spoon method. And now that we have it peeled, we're just gonna go ahead, give this ginger a little bit of a mince. So I like to cut it into little planks this way. I'll do little strips. And whenever you're cutting, you always wanna hold whatever it is you're cutting with your non-dominant hand and curl these fingers back. In the business, they call this the claw. It's the best way to hold your vegetables. And the beauty of the claw is that if you nick yourself with the claw, worst case scenario, you might be grazing off a little bit of your knuckle. But if you have your finger splayed out all the way here as you're cutting and you miss, could be missing a fingertip. And that's worse. So we're gonna mince up this ginger. It's gonna go into the pan with everything else we have here. Ginger is one of my absolute favorite ingredients. Love that spice, love that zing. And then it's gonna go into the pan here with our peanut oil. Again, that was peanut oil, garlic, cilantro stems, a little bit of Cafir lime leaf, some Thai chilies, and now some fresh chopped ginger. This is the base for our sauce, and this is gonna be a coconut peanut sauce. So we're gonna add some coconut cream in here. Coconut cream is a little bit higher fat content than coconut milk, so it's gonna make our sauce really nice and rich, gonna have a great mouthfeel. Coconut cream is great for vegan cooking because it's got a lot of fat in it, so it makes a good stand-in for any recipe that you'd be using dairy, heavy cream. And to this coconut cream, I'm gonna add a little bit of palm sugar. Now, palm sugar comes from the sap of palm trees. This is the most common kind of sugar used in Thai cooking. It's sort of like a lighter brown sugar. It's got a nice caramely flavor to it. And it's really, really nice with the coconut, with all the other flavors we have going on here. And we're also gonna add a little bit of dried lemongrass or lemongrass powder. You can use fresh if you'd like, but this is a nice, easy way to get some concentrated lemongrass flavor into it. I find this at my local Asian market. Stir that in a little bit. And now we're just gonna do a splash of rice vinegar in here. It's gonna add a nice little acidity to our sauce. We're gonna do a little bit of sesame oil, some nice nuttiness. It's gonna take that peanut flavor just to the next level. And then finally we have some vegan fish sauce. This is from Ocean's Halo. It's a really nice brand of vegan fish sauce. This is made from kelp and mushrooms. So the kelp really helps give that kind of fishy flavor. And fish sauce is really, really common in Thai cooking. Adds that sort of tangy, fermented umami flavor to lots of things. So it's hard to do vegan food, Thai food, without fish sauce. So you wanna get yourself a good brand of vegan fish sauce. It's really gonna make a lot of difference when you're doing vegan Thai cooking. And finally, we're gonna add a little bit of powdered turmeric. And this is gonna give the sauce a beautiful golden color to it. That was about a half a teaspoon of turmeric. We might add a little bit more at the end depending on how the color is looking. And a really nice flavor, really nice color. And now all you do with this sauce is you let it simmer away for about 15 to 20 minutes. We want that sugar that we added in there to start to caramelize a little bit. You'll see this sauce start to get a little bit darker as those flavors develop. And then when that sauce is done simmering, we're gonna add it to our peanut butter and make it a really creamy, delightful peanut sauce. So again, 15, 20 minutes, let this simmer away. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So while our sauce for our spicy peanut noodles is cooking away, we are going to start to make the green papaya salad. This is one of my favorite things to eat on the planet. This is so, so tasty. So this is a Thai green papaya. It looks just like the papayas that you're used to. The only difference is that this is unripe. This is a lot more firm. Normally a papaya is orange. It is nice and soft, and this is a nice firm papaya. And if you cut it open, you'll see that this is a nice firm papaya, and you'll see this kind of light green color that we have on the inside here out of this papaya. Normally there are seeds that come in these papayas, but no seeds on this one today. So they have, you can see where the seeds were in this pit. We're just gonna take and scrape this clean a little bit. And this green papaya salad is one of the most popular street foods in Thailand. And the couple of times that I've been to Thailand, I have insisted on eating this papaya salad pretty much every day, sometimes to the chagrin of my traveling companions. So Rachel, Brandy, I appreciate you indulging my need for papaya salad on a daily basis. So all you do is you take and you get the peel right off the outside of this papaya. Just kind of work your vegetable peeler around there, get it off. There you go. So we have our peel off, and now we're gonna use a fun little tool to shred this papaya. You can cut it by hand, you can use a mandolin if you'd like, what we want is juliennes or long strips for this papaya. So I have here a julienne peeler. This is gonna make your life so much easier. You just run this peeler right along the papaya and it cuts it into these thin shreds for you. How easy is that? This is great for shredding carrots, for shredding potatoes. This is one of my very favorite tools to use. This is such a great time and effort saver. So this should be just about enough papaya for a portion or two of our salad. So we'll set this aside, and then we're gonna do the same thing with our carrot. So a fun little trick about these kinds of peelers, these long ones that run up and down, is they have two sides. So if you're peeling something like a carrot, you can go back and forth, and you can peel a lot faster. You don't have to just peel it like this, one stroke every single time. You can go back and forth, get that peel off there nice and quickly. So we'll clean up our peels. And then same thing that we did with the papaya, we'll take our julienne peeler, cut some nice long strips of our papaya here. That peanut sauce is smelling so nice. This is great for making coleslaw too. Ever shred carrots for coleslaw? You won't go back to doing it by hand. And then this little nub is great to save to make vegetable stock or something like that. So we have our carrot, our papaya. We also have a little bit of beans. These are Chinese long beans, or sometimes you'll see them referred to as Chinese string beans. Sometimes they'll call them yard-long beans, because sometimes these beans will grow up to a yard long. These are really common in different Asian cooking. And all you do is take these beans and you just do just a little simple slice on them. Just want them nice and small, just kind of bite-sized pieces or a little bit smaller than bite-sized so that they can fold into our salad nicely. These have a really nice kind of floral flavor to them. They're a little bit different than a French green bean. But if you can't find these, a French green bean will work fine in this salad. All of these things I was able to find at my local Asian market pretty easily, but there's always substitutes you can use. If you can't find the green papaya, jicama works really nicely in the salad as well. And the last vegetable that we have for our salad is some cherry tomatoes. And these are cherry tomatoes that are just cut in half. Tomatoes are very traditional in this salad, add a nice kind of juicy little burst. So with all of our vegetables ready, we're gonna make the dressing for this salad. And this is the best part. So the dressing for this salad is really a masterclass in contrasts and flavor. It's gonna start off with some of our palm sugar. So again, this is sugar from the sap of a palm tree. Nice caramely color, or caramely flavor, excuse me. It's got a caramely color as well. We're gonna do a little bit more of our vegan fish sauce. Again, traditionally this dish is made with a lot of fish sauce, so you don't wanna skimp out on that. We're gonna do some lime zest and juice. So this is why this dish is so exciting and contrast, is because you get the salty fish sauce, you get the sweetness from the sugar, you get the acidity from the lime. We're gonna be adding some Thai chili peppers in here in a moment. So you're gonna get some nice heat to go with all of those things. It just really kind of hits your palate at every different place at once. Really, really, really exciting dish. I love Thai food so much that a couple years ago for Thanksgiving dinner, my lovely fiance and I made Thai food for Thanksgiving dinner. So you give these limes a bit of a roll. It's gonna get some extra juice out of them. Juice these limes right into the bowl. You want just enough lime juice that you can dissolve that sugar in there. So we squeeze. And the next thing we're gonna do is put some Thai chili peppers into this dressing. And same as with the peanut noodles, this is traditionally a very spicy dish. You know, you can kind of add as many or as little chili peppers as you like, depending on your personal spice preference. But you do want to have some heat in there, because with the sweetness, with the acidity, the spice is a really crucial part of the flavor profile of this dish. So we're gonna mince up these chili peppers. This is just 2 right here. I remember the first time I learned how to make this dish, my chef instructor in Thailand, for a portion about 2 salads worth, she put 13 chili peppers in there, because she said she was you know, making it a little bit more mild for the Americans. And then we have a little bit of tamarind paste. Tamarind fruit that is native to Southeast Asia. It's a very big ingredient in pad Thai sauce, and it's a little bit sour. So that's gonna kind of finish the flavor contrast that we have here, because the lime is acidic. The tamarind's gonna give us a little bit of sour. We've got our spice, and we've got our sweet from the sugar. So that is our dressing. Just trying to dissolve some of these chunks of sugar a little bit. And once that dressing is good to go, we'll go in with our vegetables. So we have our papaya, we have our carrot. Get them in there. This is supposed to be a little bit saucy. Get our beans in there, our tomatoes. And these vegetables are all really nice and crunchy. So that sauce is gonna soak into them, kind of break them down a little bit. So we're gonna let this sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish it with some fresh mint, some fresh cilantro, some fresh roasted peanuts to top off this salad. But in the meantime, all of these vegetables are gonna chill out in this dressing a little bit, kind of soak up those flavors and get just gradually more and more delicious. So while we're waiting for that, while we're waiting for our sauce, we're gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Veggie Voyages. So while our salad is marinating away, we are going to go ahead and start to cook our spicy Thai peanut noodles. So I have a pan getting nice and hot here, and just like the base for our sauce, we're gonna start with a little bit of peanut oil in this pan. And then I have some rice noodles that have been soaking in warm water for about half an hour. Whenever I get rice noodles like this for these noodles, I'll just follow whatever the directions are on the package. I figure they know better than I do. So the package said to soak them in warm water for 30 to 60 minutes. and then you can go ahead and fry them. So that is just what I'm gonna do. There may be a little bit of a splatter here. And that is all good. And we want a little bit of extra water from that soaking process because it's gonna help steam the noodles. Get those in there. And then while these noodles are frying, we're gonna finish the sauce. And then when the sauce is finished, the sauce will go into the pan with these noodles. So you can see our sauce is cooked down quite a bit. It's gotten a nice kind of golden color. I want it to be a little bit more yellow. So I'm gonna add another little sprinkle of turmeric. And as this turmeric mixes in, it's gonna get a little bit more golden. And now we're gonna go with this sauce into a bowl of peanut butter. And this hot coconut mixture with all of our herbs and our different flavors in there is gonna melt the peanut butter. And they're gonna kind of fuse together into a nice, smooth, creamy, rich sauce. So the whole rest of the sauce is quite bright and acidic with all that rice vinegar and the ginger and the chili peppers. And the peanut butter is just gonna mellow it all out just a little bit. Give it some really, really nice texture. So you can see how smooth that is. The peanut butter just kind of melts right into it. We'll give our noodles a little bit of a toss. You can use a wok if you'd like, but if you don't have one, just anything non-stick is good. You don't want anything super sticky because it's gonna grab those noodles. And it's really important that you get your pan hot, you get your oil nice and hot before those noodles go in. If it's too cold, they can start to stick a little bit. So you give the sauce a little bit of a try. I do this. That is so tasty. I think it just needs a little bit of salt, and we're gonna hit it with just a bit of lime zest and juice to give it a little bit of a brighter finish. I'm gonna do about another half a lime of zest and juice. I'm gonna juice it right into here. You whisk this lime juice right in, and now we go into the pan with our noodles. So we kind of start to coat our noodles a little bit. You want there to be a little bit of extra sauce. Start to cook that sauce onto the noodles a little bit. Get a little bit of texture on the outside of those noodles. I'm just do another dab right here. The color of that is just delightful looking. While those are finishing, just do a little bit of vegetable work to finish these noodles with. So we have some scallions. I'm gonna do a nice long bias cut on these scallions. I'm just gonna fold them in just at the last minute. So this is one of my favorite ways to cut scallions. You wanna do a nice steep angle, and this way you get a lot of surface area. So you get a lot of scallion per bite. And the scallion is gonna go really nicely with the salad, or with the noodles, excuse me. All of that creamy peanut butter flavor, a little bit of raw onion is gonna help temper that really nicely. Also helps to have a nice sharp knife when you're doing green onions. All right, so those are our green onions. And then I also like to add a little bit of carrot to this noodle dish. So we have some shredded carrot. We did it the same way that we did the carrots for the papaya salad. And then I have a little bit of edamame or soybeans. Really nice, very healthy, a lot of protein. And you can sort of add whatever other vegetables you like to these noodles right here. You do water chestnuts, you can do broccoli, just whatever veggies you like. Bean sprouts are really nice in here as well. So we will go ahead and just put the rest of the sauce in here. There's no need to waste it. There we go. Toss that around to coat These noodles are looking absolutely amazing. And then we're gonna go ahead and plate these noodles up. I'll throw the green onions in right at the end, off the heat, so that they don't cook too much. You wanna keep some texture on these green onions. And then we go into our bowl, pile it nice and high. Make sure you get yourself some carrots, some onions, some of the edamame all in there. It's a little bit messy, but good. And then whenever you're cooking with a lot of turmeric, you want to be, careful about the bowls and stuff you use. This bowl might get a little bit of a yellow stain, but that's all good. We're going to finish this with some fresh picked cilantro and some Thai basil leaves. This is nice purple basil. It's very peppery. You'll find that at your local Asian market as well. It's got a more kind of floral, fragrant, peppery flavor than Italian basil. And finally, since these are peanut noodles, we'll finish them with a little bit of roasted peanut, wedge of lime to use at your discretion. Go ahead and clean up the side of the bowl just a touch. And there you have it, our spicy Thai peanut noodles. So that'll be a wonderful entree, and we'll be right back to finish up that papaya salad. Hello and welcome back to Veggie Voyages. So our spicy Thai peanut noodles are all done, just sitting there waiting for us to eat them. And here we have our papaya salad. Again, really popular street food dish. We give this just a little bit of a try before we plate it up. That is absolutely delightful. You get some heat, you get the lemon, you get that little bit of saltiness from the fish sauce. The carrots and the papaya have sort of wilted a little bit, taken on that dressing. They have a really nice crunch to them still. So to take this just one step further, we're gonna add some fresh cilantro leaves and mint leaves. And you'll notice that these leaves are just whole. We didn't do chopped mint, we didn't do chopped cilantro. In a lot of Eastern cuisines, Thai cuisine in particular, the herbs are often just served whole. There's no chopping. It preserves the flavor a little bit more. You're less likely to bruise those herbs. And it really just makes it a lot more vibrant because you get a whole leaf of mint, a whole leaf of cilantro at the same time instead of kind of getting little bits of it. And you can see there's some dressing kind of pooled at the bottom. That's the good stuff. That's the kind of stuff you chase your beer or a shot with some of this dressing. So get it all in there. Absolutely lovely. I love the way it kind of pools at the bottom of this plate. So there you have it. And do just like with the noodles, extra lime wedge for good measure. The peanuts are going to add a really nice kind of roasted, crunchy element to this salad. There we go. Our delightful veggie voyage to Thailand. We have spicy Thai peanut noodles and a wonderful street food Thai green papaya salad. Enjoy. So there we have it, our delicious Thai meal. We have our spicy peanut noodles and our Thai street food salad. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Veggie Voyages. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Thailand, and be sure to catch us next time as we're gonna take this trip down to the Caribbean. We're gonna do some jerk tofu. It's gonna be awesome. We'll see you then.